Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, March the 13th, 2023. Monday, March the 13th. Listen, today's episode, was pretty good. It's all right. I got a little pissed off at a couple folks. And actually, you know what? Not a couple of folks. I got pissed off at one folk in particular, Ava. What's wrong with her? Ava was trying to get Nina to act on her worst impulse. And look, look at her face. It was all like it was a game to Ava. Like, do it. You know, you want to do it. Here's the number. Call. Okay. Huh? Why not? Yeah. And so she goes, you call. She goes, no. Listen, I'm sitting this one out. Don't worry. Because Nina was like, don't rush and do anything. She goes, no, I'm not doing it. I'm staying out of this because she knows the fallout behind that would be massive. But yet, as she's talking to Nina, I thought you were her friend. What kind of friend would want another friend to rush into something like that? Because Nina's like, you know what? I mean, there's a lot to think about. And in my mind, I'm thinking, Ava, you are not thinking about Avery in the least. In the least. When you are running from anybody, everybody, when you got to protect it, Avery can't stay with you. Who does she stay with? Carly. Carly has loved and protected Ava's daughter just like she was her own, right? And no, you don't have to be friends, but you got to still think of the consequences. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun for Carly to go to jail? Why would it be fun? Carly has a daughter that's supposed to be 2, 3, right? Even though they got her ready to go to elementary school. But wait, what? Well, look, it'll be you know like you, yeah, you kept that secret. You had something, but doesn't it feel good? It kind of felt like you when you were in Nixon Fall and you had that one up on Carly. See, there you go. You had that one up. They're all forgetting Nina had that one up, right? Now you got another ace in your pocket, another one up. And so Drew comes over. Hey, Nina, can I talk to you, Nina? And Nina's looking like, wait, what? I just want to say he gives her some kind of, some compliment, but you know, while you're giving Willow the space that she's asking for and she needs. And Nina's looking like, where are you going with that? He goes, what I want to say is, don't forget to take care of you. And Nina's looking like, wait, what? He goes, take it from me. I lost my child to cancer. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. And it's devastating. So that's why I'm saying, just make sure you're taking care of you. And he walks away. And Ava looks at Nina and Nina looks at Ava like, where? And so Nina's like, look, I've never had anything against Drew. Actually, not Ava, Nina said that. I've never had anything against Drew, actually. And if I tell, Drew's going to get in trouble too. And, no, she goes, you know what? I have decided, Ava, I'm doing nothing. And Ava's like, huh? She goes, no, She said, because no matter how I feel about Carly, she has been Willow's rock through this whole ordeal. And when that came out of Nina's mouth, everybody, I said, well, did they hire a new writer that came in and wrote some rational lines? Because this is obviously somebody that has never written for Nina before, ever, right? Or as of late, the way they've had Nina go. This is somebody, okay, a couple writers called in sick, GH production or whatever staff that is on, had to call the temp agency and say, hey, give me a couple writers over here pronto. All right. Because then she goes, and besides the fact that I want to be able to have a relationship with Willow down the line. And if I do that, then that might jeopardize that. I said, huh? That's coming out of Nina's mouth? Look, don't tell Michael and Richard, recap fans, Comic Corner fans, I almost turned into a Nina. I almost switched to Team Nina for half a minute because they had her talk like she had some kind of sense. And I thought, okay, guess what? Now she can't come back from it. Because what they showed us today, everybody, is Nina can think ahead, right? She can think ahead. And she even called Willow. She wasn't all possessive. My daughter. And I want to have a relationship with my daughter. It was Willow. That's why I said, okay, they got a different writer for Nina today. Now, we don't know what we get tomorrow, but for today, we had a different writer. And it worked to me. It worked. Seriously. And Ava's just sitting there, egging on, like, that mean girl, cat's meow. Wouldn't it be funny to for her to go to jail for a little bit? And it's like, Ava, you know what? I think it'll be funny for you to go to jail a little bit for killing Nicholas. Yeah, let's let you go to jail, Ava. Let's have you taken away from Avery. Avery is used to it. Okay, so it won't be no thing for Avery. You in and out, pop in and out, right? So you go to jail. That'll be funny, Ava. I didn't like that at all. Period. Okay, so we have Felicia. Laura and Kevin was there. Kevin had to deal with Ryan's remains. He's been dealing with that all day. He's probably going to take them somewhere and scatter them. But Felicia comes over. And she's talking to Laura because Kevin had walked away. He had to get a call from a patient. Then Felicia takes Kevin's seat, and then Drew comes over to Laura and says, Laura, can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you? Can I? So she goes, okay. And that's when he decides he has a question about the stock. He says, listen, Laura, I have a proposition for you. I know, unfortunately, Valentine's dead and his stock went to Charlotte, and you control that. I was wondering if you'd let me and Michael buy that stock from you. And Laura's looking like, whoa, hey, hold up, little doggy. He ain't dead. Nobody knows it. So, of course, we cut to other people and yada, yada, yada. But Laura ends up saying at the end, I can't do that. And she just leaves it at, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And Drew was disappointed, like, huh? She goes, no, I can't. And he doesn't push it, but he doesn't know why she said no. But meanwhile, Kevin comes back from his phone call, right? And Felicia goes, I'm sorry I took your seat. So anyway, they're talking, and he says, he sees the relief in her eyes, and he's been avoiding, because bottom line, he goes, you should feel relief. My brother terrorized you for decades, you and Mac. He said, but I haven't been able to face you two because yes, I'm relieved that I'm unburdened from my brother's reign of terror. But that was my brother. And I'm mourning him. And Felicia says, I understand that. No, oh, that ain't how Felicia talked. I understand. And, you and Ryan were separated when your parents got divorced. And, and then that unfortunate thing that happened to him, because what she and Laura had talked about, or Felicia was talking about it to somebody, I think it was Laura. I didn't know this, everybody. Ryan's mother molested him. Okay, that's enough to screw up a kid, right? Kevin, they split up the twins, which who splits up identical twins? I don't know. Everybody feel, oh, well, look, we got two, you take one, but identical twins are usually connected. How do you separate them, right? You want to go your separate ways, move in the same vicinity so that you get to keep the twins however many days, work out some kind of, but anyway, we're not going to go through all that because that's a whole nother tangent, right? And so then he says, and I just feel guilty because I do. My head knows, that what Ryan did, but my heart. And so she goes, can I tell you something? Can I tell you a secret? And he's like, yeah. She goes, I went down to the morgue because I had to make sure that he was really dead. And I looked at him and I knew he is really dead because I saw his body and I thought, because maybe I could forgive him for what he did. And I could not forgive him. And so Kevin is like, no, don't ever apologize for your feelings. Those are your feelings. Don't apologize for them. And so she looks up, she goes, then I think you need to take your same advice, doctor. And he looked at her and I looked at her. I said, my goodness, were you playing him? Because you were all broken down. I'm surprised snot wasn't coming out from your nose. And you did a quick flip of the switch. That you should take your own advice, doctor. And then Matt comes and Felicia, she gets up because she goes, you two need some time to talk. So they talk and talk about how they are avoiding each other, pretty much almost the same conversation that Ryan had with Felicia. And Max says, look, and he goes, I know how my brother has terrorized you for decades. And Max says, but I still feel guilty for shooting your brother. And then Kevin was talking about, my brother has been with me since birth. My brother has been my brother since birth. Has been with me since life. I'm surprised he didn't say death, right? He goes, but you have been my best friend for over 30 years. And I don't blame you, right? So Matt gets up and they give a man hug to each other. And I thought, my goodness, I can't remember a time where they really had a good man hug, right? Shown on camera. So Felicia's over at the bar, and in her brain, in her mind, she's going, they worked it out. That's what her brain was saying, right? So then she walks over to them and she goes, is everything okay? That's enough Felicia for the day, everybody. Goodness, that's enough Felicia. But I like the way that they had that workout scene. They did work that out. And then they had a minor scene. See, once again, with General Hospital, and people keeping kitchen sinks in their purse, right? We have Carly going to GH to get some medicine for Donna. Bobby was supposed to take Donna to the zoo, but Donna's ears were hurting. Last week, she had an ear infection. And so Carly says, I thought we were done with that. Well, we have a refill. I'm going to go to GH to get it refilled. So that's what she was doing at GH. She runs into Elizabeth, and Elizabeth tells her about Nicholas. And Carly's like, I'd have done the same thing. You know, and there's like, you and I are a lot alike, Elizabeth. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't know, Carly. At least Elizabeth always does wrong, right? So yeah, and that vein, yes, they are. But the difference is Elizabeth is perceived good. There's this whole persona that everybody has as sweet Elizabeth. Sweet Elizabeth. They don't have that about Carly at all, right? Period. But anyway, Elizabeth says something she was talking about, and she was saying, how she's worked out she doesn't have that anger that she had for her parents anymore because of what she's worked through all of this stuff, right? And Carly was talking about how vile Nicholas was. She goes, yeah, he was your best friend, but Jason was my best friend. Jason would have never, ever left me holding the bag like Nicholas is leaving you holding the bag. And she goes, and Elizabeth, Jason, he would never have left you holding the bag on anything. And Elizabeth's kind of like, yeah, no, he wouldn't, right? And so anyway, after Elizabeth talks about her, how she buried the past, she's over that chapter. Carly goes into that infamous General Hospital purse, pulls out the picture that she pulled out the fire, before Elizabeth could burn it, of her parents, and she gives it to Elizabeth. She pulls it out of her wallet. And I'm thinking, well, for one thing, if it's been in your wallet all this time, there'd be a permanent crease. Even when Elizabeth opened it up, you know how photos, you jack them up when you fold them in half, right? So Elizabeth goes, where did you get this from? She said, remember the day I came over when you got back from wherever her parents lived and you were going to burn them? I managed to save this. And Elizabeth's like, well, that's just a absolute violation of my, violation of my personal being or whatever, personal violation, whatever she said. And Cardi just looked at her and she goes, but thank you. Because, she burned all the pictures of her childhood and her parents, and she had it held to her. She goes, thank you. Because now that's one thing she has, of her childhood from her parents. So now we go to the good stuff, the shootout. Okay, Dex and Sonny are pinned down. They're pinned down behind these barrels, right? Sonny shooting, Dex shooting, sniper shooting, and Sonny and Dex is like, boss, stay down. Like, let me protect you. And Sonny's shooting, Dex shooting. And then Sonny's like, shoot, I'm almost out. And Tony shows up at the door, his new bodyguard. And he's got a name. His name is Tony, right? And so Dex says, boss, look, you got to get out of here because we can't stay in this position. Tony and I will draw the sniper's fire while you get out the door. So Sonny's like, okay, now you know what you're doing, right? He goes, boss, just go. I've been trained for this, boss. I've been trained for this. So Sonny sneaks past, he runs and the sniper starts trying to shoot him, but he makes it to where Tony is because Tony is shooting at the sniper. Dex is shooting at the sniper, and Dex's shoulder gets blazed. Dex is forever getting shot, right? Blaze, shot, everything else, Dex. And so then Dex is like, oh man, I might be done for, right? So he's still trying to work it out. And then all of a sudden he hears gunshot, exchange of fire. Sonny's back. And Sonny comes back in the door. He's shooting at the sniper. And then Tony is behind him. They're shooting at the sniper. And Sonny shoots the sniper. And I was like, what's wrong with that picture? Because what was wrong with that picture for me is the muscle always goes into the gunfire ahead of the mob boss because it's their job to protect the boss. but Sonny's the one coming in guns a-blazing. And I was like, Jason would have never let that happen. Well, for one, Jason would have shot the sniper within 2 shots. He may miss one time, but he getting him the second time, right? But Sonny doesn't have good protection. He really doesn't. So then Dex, because Dex runs out, and then the sniper gets shot, and he falls. And so now Shiloh, Dex, and Sonny. And look, did anybody? Come on, y'all. I need you to watch that scene again. Isn't that, I saw it the first time he peeked his head through the door. Isn't that the actor that played Shiloh, the cult leader? They decided, hey, come on back. We're going to ease you in through Sonny's organization. Is that what happened? Because that's got to be the same guy. Looks, or a twin brother. It's not him. He's got a twin brother, right? I don't know. Did anybody catch that? Because I caught that. And I said, wow, they are definitely bringing back folks. Now, I could believe, depending on how they make his character, he could be good in Sonny's organization, because Dex is not that good as a protector. He really isn't. Just looking at this guy, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? That's you, really. I could even see Carly going for you. You know, I can see Carly going for that, right? So anyway, that's it for General Hospital today. Nothing else to scream and shout about. Well, I want to say we had a great live stream conversation, and we've got some great comments on the live stream, but I'm not going to go through my comment corner because the live stream, commenting on the comments from the live stream, that's just a bit much, everybody. And we already have a lot of comments on comment corner. So I want everybody, if you love reading the comments, because what I do is I love the fact that people were coming in, answering the questions on who their favorite couple was, who their favorite actors are. I loved that exchange in comment corner, everybody. Phenomenal, right? And we had a blast doing it. Thank you again to NK Rose for being on board, and also Richard was on board. So thank you. And then Michael sent a recording, a video to play. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Now let's go through these comments as quickly as I can. Camilla says, I believe the shooting could go in 2 ways. One, Sonny sets up the hitman to test Dex's loyalty and sharpness. Is he sharp enough to sense danger and therefore save Sonny? 2, it could be far-fetched, but not impossible. Dex wants to prove to Sonny his loyalty and trustworthiness and reliability on his part, be a part of the organization. Therefore, Dex sets up the shooting for the hitman. I don't think that one, Kamala. Let's see. Looks like he wants to hit Sonny, but intentionally miss. No. I don't think that's it at all. I mean, plus after seeing today, although, when you wrote this comment, we hadn't seen today, but Dex would not have had enough foresight to hire someone that would be stupid enough, because Dex isn't powerful enough to hire a hit out on Sonny like that. That would get out to even look. Miss Wu would have been in on that intel, right? She seemed to be in on anybody else. To me, if anybody hired that person, is Miss Wu. If anybody hired that person, it's Miss Wu. And then Kamala says, also, I didn't like that Sonny didn't push hard enough on Gladys about selling Brando's garage without Sasha's knowledge. Juanita says, I think the network is trying to replace Jason with Dex, but it'll never work. No, it won't work. And Juanita says, I agree with you, BD. I agree with you, BD. Oh, BD must be a commenter. Well, I don't know who's BD. It was very improbable for them to ask Michael to co-host the nurses ball. She goes, "Oh, I meant co-chair." And then Charlotta says, actor Cameron's father was dead. Yes, Xander is dead. Elsa says, Sonny, he was testing him. Well, we did find out that was not a test from Sonny. Charlotta says, did I should remember Carly helped her when they were about to hurt a child. I don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, say amen to crazy Nina's foolishness. I don't quite get that comment, Shaletta. Cindy says, I prefer Julie Berman as Lulu. Me too. To me, that was my favorite. And to me, that actress, Julie Berman, favored Laura a lot. It was almost like she could have been Laura's daughter, right? Cindy says, there's no reason Drew and Carly shouldn't have grown closer in the months since the Aurora deal. Nina has no legitimate claim. Well, bottom line, exactly. Drew and Carly are still kind of close with family connections. That they just really made that out of proportionate, right? And then let's see. Cindy says Willow asked Michael to accept Maxie's request that he get involved with the nurses ball. Yes, she did, but you could say, honey, great. I appreciate you. It is a worthy cause, but we got a lot going on. You and I, we're getting married. You've got your possible bone marrow transplant. We've got you recuperating from that. So hard pass, Maxie, hard pass. Hit me up next year, okay? And then Cindy says, Sonny must surely know by now what Dex has been up to. But if Sonny were going to dispose of Dex, I think he would tell Dex directly, yeah, you're right. Sonny is that kind of person. He'd look you in the eye and say, I want you to know why I did it. X, Y, and Z, bam. Sonny wouldn't do it in a roundabout way. You're right. For some reason, Sonny is keeping Dex alive right now and maybe arranged for the sniper in the warehouse to test Dex. And Ariana says, Nina, get your revenge so karma can get you. Joss is a burnt grilled cheese kind of girl, just saying. Not much necessary to impress her. Neither Dex or Sonny set up the sniper. I know, huh? Or either Dex or Sonny set up the sniper. No one else knew where they were going but them. Actually, Dex didn't even know. He didn't know why Sonny wanted to talk to him. Looking back on the scene, I can see where Dex could have been the potential target. My understanding is the actress playing Joss wants to move on. Bye, Felicia. That was from a movie, everybody. Bye, Felicia. Great recap. Take care and have a great weekend. Thank you. DB says, how many minutes till Joss spills the pikeman beans? I know, to her mother. Dacia says, the rumor has it that Joss and Dex might be... No. That's a bad rumor. They're hardly brother and sister. And then P. Merle says, oh no. Now they're going to add incest to the mix. General Hospital is not going to do that. Jax would not have such an arrogant son to think he could walk away from the mob. I just vomited in my mouth. For one, yeah, no, there's no way that is their brother and sister, period. Cindy says, I saw the spoiler, but it could be a fib. It's a fib. It is definitely a fib. That said, look, if they do some crap like that, you're going to really hear a recap from me, right? That said, the writers are probably young and may not have done all the research on the characters' histories and relationships. That's no excuse. Taking on a job like this, a continuing soap opera, that's your responsibility to do the homework, especially on the character you're writing for. they usually have certain writers writing for certain characters. They don't write for everybody. So you better do your homework, right? They have Dante and Sam together, but they share biological brothers and sisters, but that's okay. And the reason why I'm saying that's okay, everybody, Dante and Sam are absolutely positively not related whatsoever. You know, they're just not. And then it says, and Dex is a goose if he thinks he can walk away from Sonny's world. Merle P says, I totally agree. How could Maxie be so insensitive? I'm about sick of the deception ladies. Gladys should have been fired for spilling the beans to Valentine about the baby. Lucy is just too extra. Not to mention spoiled, entitled Brooklyn. I know right now Sasha's about the best one, and she's having some issues, right? You know, from substance abuse to just deep depression, and rightfully so. But she seems to be the one that's best fit to be at deception. Sheila says pain in the A, PIA. Is that what PIA meant? Okay, you think there would have been a T somewhere, right? Because it's pain in because in the is not one word. Just saying. Sheila says, I believe Jonathan, who plays Lucky, is going on tour now, and he's not coming back to General Hospital. I don't think that Lucky will ever come back. They will and they can recast Lucky. That Lucky is not the end all be all Lucky. They've had other Luckies, right? Sheila says Nina's about to lose her man. Nina's about her. Nina about to her man, maybe lose her man again when she tries to put Carly in the can. Well, right now, today, Nina has decided not to until Carly makes her mad. Carly makes her mad, Nina's going to pick up the phone. Seriously. DB says, oh, well, he was leaving when Brenda returned. Who's still saying the rumor Brenda's coming back? Anna Rihanna says, I saw this ad and laughed because I caught myself singing it and not reading it. Awesome and fantastic. Michael says, this was a filler Friday. Sonny could have been setting up Dex. One of the channel members mentioned Lucky is coming back to save his son Cameron. You didn't misspeak. You always refer to Xander Smith, I didn't know Xander's last name, but I knew Xander, as Cameron's biological father. I thought I always said it was Xander. Great recap as usual. DB says, from what a broken heart. I saw that too, that his father comes to save his son. I know Cameron's leaving. I didn't see it, y'all, though. I missed that one. Cassia says, I love you, Daily Recap Lady. Love you too, Cassia. And LaShuns says, Lucy Coe said that Martin was visiting his mother. Okay. Terry says, Dex and Joss need to get busted. They are so boring. Ava is always starting some mess. She sure is. Reminding Nina that Sonny knows Carly's secret. And Ava nor Nina have learned revenge backfires. Ava's revenge pushed Nicholas over the edge when she gave Spencer the fake confession. And I didn't get that. When Ava already knew he didn't kill Esme. People knew Esme was alive, period. That confession was no good. And Nicholas lost it. After losing Spencer and his baby, he went after Avery for revenge. Ava had to stop him. Now she's being blackmailed by creepy Mason. Laura, Victor, Spencer, and Sonny, and the police are looking for Nicholas too. Here is Ava pushing Nina to go after Carly for revenge. She will lose Willow again because she will find out. Love your daily recaps. That is so true, and we said that. And Nina, look, they had the voice of reason in Nina's head today. Nina said that, which is why I said if she turns around and backslides, then she already understands the consequences, and she's ready to take those consequences, right, everybody? DB says they have reduced Carly and her seed to the town makeout girls. Look, they got Carly making cookies now. She was making cookies for Willow. Carly, what happened to Carly getting a path, finding a path? It's definitely not going to be Drew's wife. That ain't going to be her path. And I thought they were going on that vein that Carly was going to find the new chapter in her life. LaShawn says, plays as Tony and Andre Demira was the original Victor Cassadine that had Lulu and Maxie kidnapped. Liesl lied and told him that Nathan was his son, and Liesl shot him with a gun. And LaShawn said the man who's playing as Curtis Ashford's father is Louis Gossip Jr.'s first cousin. Oh, really? Sandy says Ava and Nasty Nina sitting there rejoicing about putting Carly in jail was like the two nasty witches stirring up a big batch of hate. Great. Have a great weekend. And Ron says, Gladys is getting on my last nerves. She's going to mess around and blow all of Sasha's money. And the sad thing is, Sasha will inadvertently let her because she doesn't know. Just because somebody is my executor and somebody like Gladys, you better believe I'd be going over my books like a fine-tooth comb. And Sasha just is not, right? Sonny, and it looks like Sonny set Dex up to see how he would react if something were to happen. This is part of one of Sonny's schemes to see if Dex is on the level. Well, it looks like that might not be part of Sonny's scheme. We'll see. We shall definitely see. Because he said, I'm going to find out who this guy is working for. So that's it, everybody. That's it for the daily recap. I will be back tomorrow for another one on General Hospital.